good, YouTube? Back here today with a very interesting Satellarknight deck, and by interesting I mean has a pretty cool tech. He's done something at his regionals that everyone else wants to do. So Brandon Shetzline has basically taken Satellarknights and put Uria in here, and I'm going to go into a bit in-depth thoughts on this deck and give you what I think. So we have 3 Deneb, 3 Altair, 2 Uncle High, only 1 Vega, triple Max C to counter the meta, and a Uria. Interestingly enough, after reviewing this deck, this is his only possible towers out, needing a 4th continuous in the graveyard, and I found that very interesting, besides having this already down. So, 2 Instant Fusion, 1 Regeki, 3 Rotas, 1 Soul Charge, 1 Dark Hole, 2 Mirror Force, 3 Alphas, 2 Dimensional Prisons, 3 Call of the Haunted, 2 Oasis of Dragon Souls, 3 Fiendish Chains, 1 Bottomless Trap Hole, 1 Solemn Warning, 1 Torrential Tribute, and 1 Emptiness. The only other possible deck that could maybe top abusing this card also, in my opinion, would be currently Volcanics. And they would really struggle to top. So, basically, we have 3, 5, 6, and 9 total continuous traps. And in our sideboard, we have 2 Artifact Lancia, 3 Retaliating Seas for Shittles, 3 MSTs, 1 Other Dark Hole, 2 Fairy Winds, 2 Shadow Imprisoning Mirrors, and 2 Imperial Iron Walls. In the extra, we have 1 copy of Norden, a Rhapsody, a 101, a Deltaros, a Diamond, a Karen Gorgon, 2 Travers, 1 Cowboy, 1 Bujente Tsukiyomi, 1 Abyss Dweller, 1 Evil Swarm Exciton Knight, 1 Castell, the Skyblaster Musketeer, 1 Ptolemy, and his only rank up into Diamond, basically placing itself on top. So, reviewing this deck, my personal opinion is I would put in a Crab King somewhere, probably potentially over Rhapsody, but Rhapsody's very strong. It's always a tough decision on what to cut, or if you're going to play /side a Towers out. But his main deck Towers out is pretty badass. Seriously, this is something I think every Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist dreams of kind of doing, and he did it among 565 duelists at the Philadelphia Regionals. So let's get into his tournament report and what he has to say. Scroll up a little here. 10 rounds, 565 players. Overall experience was very good. Played against nice players all day. Played against 2 Shittles, 1 Star Seraph Shittle, 1 Speedroid, 2 Cosmos, 1 Traptrix Cosmos, very good deck, 1 Psy-frame, and 2 Satellarknights. Only losses were Psy-frame and the Star Seraph Dolls. So he managed to top at 7 and 2 in 8th place. Enjoyed all 3 of my Cosmo matches because most of the games were very back and forth. I asked him if there were any changes he would make, and he said he would obviously cut the Uria for maybe a breakthrough skill, and maybe he would cut Lancia out of the side deck. Favorite main deck card was Max C, and the MVP was Retaliating C, and Travers, Norden, and Tsukiyomi put in a lot of work from the extra deck. The 3 Call, 2 Oasis worked out, but I would also maybe cut an Oasis for another breakthrough skill. Shoutouts to all of his friends who he regularly playtests with, and you guys. So how's the champs? Ayy. Oh, and I drew the Uria twice and only summoned it once, and the time I did summon it, I put near lethal damage on board and forced my opponent to deal with it. And his name, of course, Brandon Shetzline. So, huge congrats, something that, you know, not a lot of duelists can say they've accomplished by topping with a Sacred Beast. And when I say top, I mean top 8. Something my channel does is, I will deck profile interesting decks and regular decks, and I really try to focus on the meta, but I was really hard on Satellarknights lately. I put them out of my top 10 video, and this was a very interesting tech and a very huge tournament. So, huge congrats again, and, you know, topping with a Sacred Beast, that's pretty real.